all this you gotta understand and read. That's why you got paperwork. You can't guess and assume. I didn't know none of this at one point in time until the young lady called me talking about Uncle Meech is a rat. And I'm like, wow, hold on, watch your mouth. Like, what you talking about? You gotta have some paperwork before you say shit like that. She got me that paperwork. And then when I read it, I still was looking like, man, this shit look like this lady said, Meech, let me wait, see if they charge him with something. A year go by, another year go by. The case was already years old. I got onto it in 2015. It went to 2017 when I asked him, what's up with that? He said, Tammy name. And I said, damn, you ain't heard what's going on with her? And he told me whatever it is ain't got shit to do with me. Got off the phone with me. That's the last time I ever talked to him again.
T to the G, man. Who you think it gonna be? And I'm back with the best true hop channel on YouTube that wouldn't be possible without you two. Today, we're diving into a beef that's got everyone in hip hop talking. 50 Cent versus Big Meech versus Lil Meech. This isn't just about industry drama. No, this is about legacy, loyalty, and betrayals that cut deep. We're talking 50 Cent calling Big Meech a rat, Lil Meech caught in the middle, and how 50 flipped the script from being their biggest supporter to their biggest nightmare. All because of one badly calculated move. Now, before we get in this video, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But if you're one of my day ones, go ahead and drop a like and leave a comment like you always do. Now, without wasting any time, let's get into it. The beef between 50 Cent and Big Meech just hit a new level of disrespect and betrayal. For years, 50 has been the king of petty, exposing his enemies with zero remorse. Now so, more than yesterday, people in French Montana thought he was being set up and he had to go leave and have a drink. But when he called Big Meech a rat and vowed to expose everything, the internet went crazy. Was Big Meech really cooperating with the feds? Did Lil Meech betray his own father? And why is 50 Cent pulling the plug on the BMF series? If you know 50 Cent, you already know he holds grudges forever. He's built an entire career off beef, from Ja Rule, Rick Ross, The Game, Young Buck, and Floyd Mayweather, to now, Big Meech and his son, Lil Meech. 50 doesn't just win beefs, he destroys people. Just look at how he celebrated Irv Gotti's 30 minutes after news broke that Irv Gotti had passed. 50 was smoking on a pack online. This man has no chill. So when Big Meech linked up with Rick Ross, 50 Cent's biggest op, he knew it was going to be a problem. And just like that, 50 Cent flipped the switch and went from Big Meech's biggest supporter to his worst nightmare. 50 Cent took to Instagram and posted a picture of a rat with the caption, "I think I'm Big Meech." The message was clear. He was calling Meech a snitch. But this wasn't just internet trolling. 50 had receipts. According to Dion Cuffy Gatlin, a former high-ranking BMF affiliate, Meech is the reason why he's serving a 27-year sentence. Cuffy says Meech was still moving weight from behind bars, and when he introduced Cuffy to Tammy, it was a setup. At first, there was no solid proof, just rumors. But then 50 Cent dropped a bombshell. He revealed that Tammy was ready to talk. She had messages, phone calls, and sealed court documents, all allegedly proving that Big Meech had been cooperating with the feds.
You're talking about Tammy Cowens, right?
Yeah, Tammy Cowan.
Okay, now...
She's a co-producer of the BMF Stars TV show.
Okay, and you're saying that she's an informant?
Definitely, 100%.
Okay.
She's been an informant since 2009.
Okay, so I'm on the page right now.
Yeah, it's 32 pages or something.
I'm on the first page, and now it says, United States of America versus plaintiff, and it says, Donnie Gatlin, Dion Gatlin, shout out Cuff, that's my Cuff, Dion Gatlin, yeah, he's one of the first defendants, yeah. So, can you kind of break down this paperwork for me and how she's involved in this? And where can I go?
I mean, Tammy Cowens is Big Meech personal assistant slash business partner slash whatever you want to call. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she became the owner of Meech's, what Meech has as BMF Entertainment, his company from prison. His company, she became the owner of it in 2008, and in 2009, she became a government informant. In 2010, she did a case that was pertaining to a guy that Meech met in prison and one of Meech's homeboys of 26 years.
It's over, because in the streets, once you get that rat label, there's no coming back. No more respect, no more money, no more power. And for a street legend like Big Meech, that's worse than a life sentence. While all this was happening, Lil Meech found himself in the middle. Lil Meech and 50 Cent had a tight relationship. 50 gave him his first big role in the BMF series, paid for acting lessons, and treated him like a son.
When I first met 50, I was still trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? Like, shit, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, you know, to live up to my dad's name. And he called me one day, he's like, man, they looking at Terrence Howard and Nipsey Hussle. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to play me, but you gotta go to acting class so you can get ready. So I met 50. 50 put me in acting classes for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting classes. I had to go every day, two times a day, 5 days a week.
But when 50 Cent started calling his father a snitch, Lil Meech didn't know what to do. And in a desperate attempt to fix things, he texted 50 Cent. They just told me you followed me on Instagram. Now you managing Skilla Baby. I can't believe this. You act like I'm your enemy. I've only shown you love and loyalty. Frick Ross. But he gave my dad money so he can pay his bills until the next BMF season starts. This message exposed everything. Lil Meech was basically admitting they were broke and needed Rick Ross's money to survive until the next BMF paycheck came in. And 50 Cent's response? What next season, Lil? And just like that, 50 Cent killed the show. No more BMF, no more money. Lil Meech just fumbled the biggest bag of his career. When the streets saw Lil Meech begging 50 Cent, it was over for his reputation. Even the game chimed in, saying Lil Meech supposed to stand by your pops. Ain't no texting 50 Cent trying to play both sides. There's BMF, right? Now the entire BMF brand is at risk. If Big Meech is officially labeled a snitch, then BMF's legacy is destroyed. If Lil Meech keeps trying to play both sides, nobody in the streets will respect him. And worst of all, 50 Cent is fully committed to making sure they never recover from this. Right now, 50 Cent is going full nuclear. He's making sure Big Meech's paperwork gets released, and he's not stopping until everyone knows the truth. But the real question is, how will this end if Tammy Cohn releases the proof that Big Meech was working with the feds? His legacy is ruined. If Little Meech keeps trying to stay neutral, he's going to lose all respect in the streets. And if Rick Ross really just used Meech to troll 50 Cent, then they just threw away their loyalty for nothing. For now, Big Meech's reputation, Lil Meech's career, and the entire BMF brand are on life support, and 50 Cent is making sure they don't make it out alive. What do y'all think? Is Big Meech really a snitch? And did Lil Meech betray 50 Cent? Or is 50 Cent just doing what 50 Cent always does, destroying his enemies with no mercy? All right, now that's the crazy drama between 50 Cent, Big Meech, and Lil Meech. One thing for sure is, when it comes to 50, you can't slack even a little bit. One hint of disloyalty, and the whole thing is over with. He's exposing the world's biggest street legend and cutting off his son's bag, all in one play. Now, I gotta hear from y'all. Is Big Meech really a rat in your opinion? Or is 50 just being petty, like he always is? In my opinion, I do think he snitched. The paperwork that came out recently says he had third-party cooperation, and he was using Tammy to go ahead and get a reduced sentence. You might not have been snitching, but you had somebody else setting people up and getting them taken down for you to get released. That's worse than snitching, if you ask me. You might not have been snitching, but you had somebody else setting people up and getting them taken down for you to get released. That's worse than snitching, if you ask me. But hey, if you made it this far, that means you put some paint where it ain't. And for that, you need to be thanked. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware. Put me in that algorithm because I need to be there, man. Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me, but
Fuck that little 10. I'm maxed out.